There we are. Yay, we're back. We are back. We're Friday Night Live. Thank you for the heads up. Thanks for that, but it might be a little bit too late. Might have to throw another battery in. Looks like, let me know if you can hear the audio now. Let me sign in, open web browser, and I can say, how about, oops, about now. Yeah, bummer. We missed the best part of the show. Like the audio, the flyover, and all the other fun stuff. All right, so I'll go over a lot of the stuff I was talking about. We did the POI effect, right? And then on the POI effect, I was talking about how full circle works better on the quick shot and DJI sort of, it's been radio silence. They've been very gaslighty with their replies. 220 feet up, that's the only bummer. They before they would watch my videos and be like, "Oh yeah, we see that too," but now they reply back, and I'm like, "I don't understand." Oh wait, Swedish Forge says no. Okay, hold on one sec. Let me go into my system settings. It could be maybe the mic is low. I mean, I'm wearing the mic. I have it on me. Let me try one more thing. And I see the peak and the gain and all that other stuff you're supposed to see when when doing your stream. Let me try and go to might have to reboot and come live again. System settings, and my system setting, my sound is wireless and output. Yes, now. Okay, perfect. But it's too late now. I think I might come live again and then not come live again. I will just pop another battery in, right? For the sake of the show, because the show must go on. All right, so I might bring the drone in and then try landing it. Let's see what we have here. So anyway, great having you guys here. The show's going to start in a few minutes because I'm going to fly back to the house, and I'm going to see if I can weave in between the traffic, bring the drone in right about, oh wait, I like to go up. Remember, I like to be at least 225 feet up when crossing the street just to avoid any power lines. I don't know, I never trust what I see on the visual. And then here's our drone. Yeah, I know Swedish Forge is like, oh my god. That's how I feel. I get the same way too. It looks like I'm over traffic, but I'm not. It's like the depth and perception you get with the drone. But I always have my flight logs logged in here, and you can see from the map. All right, so now let's see what we have here. Look for those little four corner thingies. It's like a clone of the drone as you're about to land. Oh, here's our floodlight that went on. I wonder why that always happens though. We're at 50% battery. Right about there. That's where I want to land. Remember, I'm tethered to the computer. So once those little four dots come on, once I'm low enough to some extent, if I can just see it. Right about there, bring it down. There we go. So we're nowhere near it, but I can still land because I'm 57 feet, even though it's ice. So I'm going to move a little bit more to the right. And Swedish Forge is like, no. And then move a little bit more here. Move a little bit more there. This is hard. And then move right there, because it's going to get bigger, so it might not even be centered. You know? There we go. I'm going to bring it in a little bit more. Nice. See? Not bad. And that's how you can tell if you're centered when getting on the your landing pad. As you can see, looks pretty good. Almost. Don't worry, I'm going to throw in another battery because you guys miss the show. I'm like, no. There we are. There we go here. I'm going to put it into sport mode. I didn't really miss it, but now I'm just going to, whoops. Just it didn't feed the audio the way it was supposed to, you know? Sport mode turns obstacle avoidance off, and then you can get your, what is it called? Interstellar moment. Remember that? And now I can land. Yay! Sweet. I'm going to throw another battery in because it's not fair. Oh wow, more planes flying low. So I just know not to fly in that direction. I'm going to throw another battery in so you guys can get the full experience because that's not right. No audio on the flight. Alright. So the show will run a little bit longer. Alright. All right, so what I was sharing was each flight gets a new light. So new strobe on top, new strobe on the back of the battery, and each battery gets a new one. This way, you don't have to worry about it being lights out. I have to share though, since that video got over 6,000 views, the Neo strobe thingy that they sent me, which is phenomenal. Hold on, let me bring the drone up. Before I continue, and interesting. Using the same sort of maximum altitude reach. No wonder why you need full set. I have to take it out of sport mode, but let me see. We can go up now. That's nice. That's a nice safety feature. Sort of. Right. See how we got satellites and we don't have satellites. Satellite positioning. Usually that it would drift if that happens. But tonight it didn't drift. Tonight it just said take off, don't take off, take off. So I got 15 satellites. So that's why you probably want to wait for at least 20, you know? Because when you're up, and when you're down, you're down. And as you can see, one minute it says you're good to go, and the next minute you're not good to go. So 15 looks like that's all we're going to get 14, so you get jumped down to 14, but it should be good. So now I'm just going to go up and see if we get that error again. Hopefully not. We should get more satellites. I'm going to let it hover over the house for a little bit to see if it can pick up some more, because we had like 20 something before, and we're at 96% on the battery. So to get the full screen of my screen, I'm sharing my screen on the live stream so you can see the RC Pro 2. We got 16 satellites. We're just going to let it hover for a little bit longer, because I'm sure there was like a little glitch before. There was a nice glitch before where we didn't have enough satellites, took off, and it said maximum height altitude reach, and I was like, yeah, I like that. And then it went white again. Then I started going up, and then it just went up, and then as you saw, we got a satellite error. But yeah, so hopefully we have audio now, you guys. So I'm following the feed from the portrait mode, I believe, if that makes any sense. This is great. The other one, the stream is still pushing. Yo-yos! Yeah, that's old, okay. Let me see if anyone's in the portrait mode, though. I see Instagram, we got some folks. The comments post on Instagram, so I'll just leave. We need a studio live. Yeah, I could do studio live, but not tonight. The kids, maybe. We'll do studio live late tomorrow night. Okay, we got 20 satellites. So now I will pretend this is studio live. I love when you guys ask for studio live, but usually I come live, but I don't know, I just can't tonight. It's Valentine's Day weekend. Wow, it spun so fast. Oh, no wonder why it spun so fast, because I'm in freaking sport mode. I'm not a big fan of sport mode, but if you guys are watching on the big screen and want to see it reach 60 miles an hour, just let me know and we'll see if we can throw that in for you, if we have enough battery. I want to try. So what I was doing was, what I was trying to explain to you guys when we first started the flight, with no audio, of course. Just looking in the sky. There's my drone. Amazing how it looks so far but so close. It's only 600 feet away. I guess that's why. There's a light that's out right there. And I was talking about how I have another fraud video coming out. Someone called me today, and they spoofed not my bank, but my old bank's number. I used to bank with Chase, but they called. They sounded so authentic, so real. So, oh man, we missed the train. Damn it! I love when we come out and we get the train, but we got some earlier. Anyway, I'll explain to you in a little bit. Remember, we're over a parking lot, and I want to try the POI effect. POI effect is supposed to do full circle. Unfortunately, we did not get full circle. Let's try it again. But circle does full circle. What I like about POI is that you can go left, right, in any position, and then it's supposed to make a full circle. And you can control the speed. With quick shot, you can't. Quick shot, you can control the speed post-production. That's the only downside. So we're going to try and see if POI effect will actually make a circle, but as you can see, it did an elliptical shape. In this case, we're probably going to get more of an elliptical, unfortunately, but it's going at a speed of about 20 miles per hour, and you have to watch POI. As you can see, where it's at 272, 73, it's going up, and if it goes up too high, it will cap off and stop the effect. That's the only downside. So as you can see, it's at 277. See, if you look on the full screen, I can't show you guys because on Instagram mode won't show the full screen. I think you could probably push the full screen to Instagram, but I haven't done that yet. I hear some kids screaming. But as you can see, we're at 283 feet up, but we started at 270 something. Someone has the right of way for the light, but they're not moving. It happens a lot here. There's always an accident on my street. You know, it's the only downside to living on the corner. As you can see, it's pushing out further, which is a bummer. Thankfully, we can still see the drone thanks to the folks at ViFly who gave us the lights that we're using for flying at night. But and we have Allstate insurance. But as you can see, the drone is pulling back, which we don't want. And that's a POI effect. It's not supposed to do that. See that? It's making some weird swirly shape. So again, some kids screaming. Again, we got full RC bars, which is fine, but ideally you'd want to do the POI effect during the day, at a building, at a lighthouse or something. And as you can see, we don't, gosh, some kids, we don't have that opportunity when using POI, because if there was a building behind us, it would have crashed into it, which is a real bummer. We're 84% battery, as you can see, still pushing hard on the POI effect. 345 feet up. See, it's ascending in height and it's drifting back. As DJI, you got to fix this. I don't know what they threw in on their last firmware update for the Fly app, because I thought all these features are embedded into the Fly app, right? I mean, I could always erase and do like I did when I showed how I cleared the cache and reinstalled everything to create the experience. But see, aircraft approaching. Wow, nice. See? So at least the remote ID is working. So we'll just move in a little bit further, which is great. I can see the drone from here. That part is awesome. But the drone can detect aircraft, which is great. So those of you watching vision system, obstacle, of course I can't do that. I'll get it out of there. Go down a little bit since we're high up. There's a parking lot over here. I know exactly where I am, which is great. And as you saw, the hold on, I need to just get over the parking lot, and I can see the drone. This way, if an emergency happens, aircraft always got the right away, and you just run the risk of losing your drone. 232 feet up is fine. I know exactly where I am. So that's why you always have to know where you are. That's really cool. It's an aircraft detected. All right. So now that we had an oh shit moment on the big screen, you know what to do, what not to do. And sometimes, you can't do anything. You have to cancel the effect. But in this case, the effect was canceled for us because we reached too high. But as you can see, that's the most strangest elliptical shape ever. And POI, oh hey, what's up, Soray? POI is supposed to make a full circle. Unfortunately, it didn't. So we're going to take advantage of being closer in. 78% battery. Vision systems, obstacle avoidance. Yeah, we know that. So you do have to pay attention. You do need to keep your drone within sight. And even if you do, when you do, it doesn't really matter, because aircraft will come flying. And I see one. I think we're good. Okay. Remember, I've shared with you on the streams where, I'm not doing POI. We're going to do here, we're going to go to quick shot and do circle. See, can you imagine me? That's why I don't trust these features. Can you imagine me doing like a burst or some other quick shot? And you saw the preview that it showed. The preview showed, hey, you can do this in front of a building. I'm like, yeah, right. They lie. Oh, look, so you can select which direction you want it to go in. Traffic is pretty busy tonight for sure. And we press start. So, Lou, I'm going to sleep now. Yeah, go to sleep, Swedish Forge. We still got your print coming up. We're going to finish it when the time is right. Nothing you haven't seen. The effect should start soon. See somebody backing up. And, hopefully we'll be finished with your print next week. But again, it's a delivery. So hopefully we're at 12% in, going at 14 miles per hour. This gives you a good idea too, 229 feet up. See that? Circle maintains height and the circumference distance so that you get the perfect circle. POI effect? Nope. So we're 24% in, 26%, 229 feet up, and this will probably take about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll just fly around and land the drone and come back in and call it a night. But this is what I was doing earlier, 29%, and battery, which gives us 74 minutes, but as you know, that all depends on what kind of flying and how far you go. Gosh, tonight's so busy. We got the sounds of trains and traffic and fire. It's like a real busy night. Our fire department does not have a drone department, but they probably would if I volunteered for them. to 230 feet up. It did go up one, but compared to POI, you know, it just, you know, doesn't compare. You know, 1, 2, 3 feet, even 10 is not a big deal. And as you can see, it's at 70%, which is great. What time is it where you are? And hopefully it made a full circle. You know, I think it did. 233 feet up, compared to it going over 300 feet when starting. Yeah, so I'll fill you in on the fire department in a little bit, but as you can, it's pretty loud. And thankfully we got clear skies. And see, it stopped and started exactly where it started. So it stopped where it started, 98, 99, 100, and we're at 232 feet up. And as you can see, we got the perfect circle. For those of you on Instagram who want to see, we got it. And that's why you can't, I don't trust, honestly, any of the DJI quick shots or master shot features, because the proof is in the pudding. Shit don't work. And like if I was doing POI, like someone said, hey, I'll give you $100 if you can do a POI around the building, and we're in Jersey City, and let me just quit out of this quick shot feature and put it back into camera mode or photography mode. And then I'm like, sure, I got this. I've got the Mavic 4 Pro. I can definitely do it for you. And then all of a sudden, shit don't work. And I crash into a building 229 feet up. Remember, always check your height and distance before moving up, down, left, right, so you know that you don't assume. You'd be like, oh yeah, I know where I am. I'm just gonna go forward, and then all of a sudden you go crash. You know, so just know your surroundings. Again, you know, some folks have, the kids are having a good time. Sure, that all I do is fly around the neighborhood, but that's all we can do, because we have to keep the drone within. Oh, that's a nice one right there, within visual line of sight. You know, whether you're rec or Part 107. But this is pretty cool though. This isn't so bad. Let me see. See, and as you can see, it looks like I'm over the street, but I'm not. Well, there's CVS. Get some thumbnails in. We know that if we keep flying the other way, we're gonna get obstacle avoidance. It's what what's it called? Interference. But let's look at New York City one last time. And there's our home point. See, that's why we can still see the drone. I got nervous because when I saw the lights, it looked like I was over traffic, but I'm not, because you look at the map, see, it's right there, and that's my line of travel. See, straight through there. All right, let's go back there. But I want to see Manhattan. I wish I had. I think I'm getting glow-in-the-dark paint and painting my control sticks so I can see where the zoom button is. And there's a nice one right there. Oh, nice. And then it moves so fast. I gotta move it slowly, 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 and then take a quick shot. Well, look at the smoke. This way I can use this as a thumbnail for our next Friday night flights. And then move it there and there. See how for like a split second you get everything so like crisp and clear, and then it just that's what I want. I want those colors without, for not like a nanosecond. I want those colors now. All right, so then to put our drone back so that we can see where we're going, see, and then fly back home. Not really fly back. I mean, we're at 64%. Could keep going, but you know, nice to see you, Swedish Forge. If I do come live tomorrow, I will. Oh, at 34 miles per hour. Kind of neat, huh? Let's see if we can break 60. Let's see. Okay, for those of you who want to see it break 60, if it does, you're going to have to go, make sure we're at 236 feet up on the big screen. All right, watching the bottom left-hand corner. Miles per hour, 40, 43, 44, 45, I hear it, 46, obstacle avoidance, vision sensors not working, 47, that's fine. I wouldn't expect it to, especially when so fast, and can you imagine an abrupt stop 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. No, it's not break. Oh, and I'm in sport mode, so no. All right. It is what it is. It's not going to break 50, and I can still see the drone. But we're going to head back home and see. Because remember, we have orientation lights too. Always going back, it's always going to fly slower. If you guys ever noticed that. We broke 50 earlier this morning. Why we're not breaking 50 now, I don't know. But there's no wind. It's dead calm. Could be cold. Maybe you can only break 50 during your initial flight when the battery's at 100%. I don't know. We'll have to experiment and see. But that looks like another cool shot right there. And now for the tricky part. The landing. The, what do you call it? We're going to call it interstellar moment. Where we, SARS, you got me. And then we're just going to bring it in here. Bring it in here. All right. Not there. Right here. Okay. Right about there. And then bring it there. And then, oh wow. Oh. Okay. Well, clearly that wasn't me, but as you can see, I'm over my house, but I heard that truck. See, the trick is, oh, well, that's another one we could use for what do they call it? Friday night flights. We need those 4 dots. The drone clone. And when we get about 50 feet or so, it starts to appear. Or right about here. I can somehow... we saw it before when the lights were on. Oh, there we go. So I'm definitely way off. See, now it's right there. So I need to bring this. So never assume when flying your drone, those little 4 dots will help you land in the dark exactly on the object of desire. If you can, I call it interstellar moment. Thankfully, the snow is frozen. So if I need be, I could land it on the ice. But whoops, we have to tap it. Tap, tap, tap. See? There we go. Right. No, missed it. There we are. And I can bring it in. And slowly. Yay, we did it. Nope. It needs to be dead on center. Sort of. Right there. Damn it. Right about there. Yay, we did it. And I should be able to land it on 3, 2, 1. Sweet. And that's how you land with in the dark. If you're like under something or in your car and you want to land it on X marks the spot. 51% battery. And Will Smith Geo 049, welcome. Sorry you missed the show, but you can always scrub back and have a peek of the Friday night flights in the sky. We just fly around the neighborhood, but we had a couple oh shit moments where the remote controller detected aircraft and then sort of like stopped mid-flight and didn't allow us to proceed, but that was pretty cool because I've only seen it in action, but I've never been able to share it in real time, which was kind of neat, so you guys can see it because I have shared it, but I've never like did a show and tell on it because we never got to see it in action. So you can scrub back and see that how the drone actually has aircraft detection and obstacle avoidance and a whole bunch of other features that don't work, but the most important one of all worked, which was the aircraft detection and remote ID, which who knows, maybe it told aircraft we were in the area. Anyway, it's cold, I'm freezing, and that's pretty much it. Hope that this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe. It's a busy night, and we'll see you all next time. We're just gonna end our stream and see you guys. Catch you guys on the flip side.